Look, I need to tell you about something that's happening right now, and it's honestly heartbreaking. There's this 28-year-old guy, let's call him Jake, who made $2.3 million from a single Ethereum investment back in 2020. 5 years later, he's sitting in a one-bedroom apartment, $47,000 in debt, trying to figure out where it all went wrong. And here's the thing, Jake isn't an outlier, he's the pattern. See, we've been sold this story that making money is the hard part. Get rich quick, retire early, live the dream, right? But what nobody talks about, what the influencers conveniently leave out, is that going from 0 to $1 million is actually easier than going from $1 million to staying a millionaire. I know that sounds backwards. Stick with me, because according to a 2023 study by the Blockchain Research Institute, 47% of crypto millionaires made before age 30 lose over 80% of their wealth within 5 years. Not from bad investments, from something way more insidious. Here's what actually happened. You hit that first million. Maybe it's Bitcoin at the right time, maybe it's Dogecoin, maybe it's some NFT project, and suddenly your brain does this weird thing. Psychologists call it wealth identity displacement. Basically, you start believing that the money proves something about you, that you're smarter, more deserving, that the universe finally recognized your genius. So what do? You upgrade everything. The $450 a night Airbnb instead of the $89 hotel, the $127 dinner instead of the $23 meal, first class flights at $2,400 instead of economy at $340. And here's the mathematical trap that destroys people. Let's say you're spending $8,000 a month, pre-crypto, normal life. Now you've got $1 million liquid and you think, I can afford to live a little better. So you bump it to $15,000 a month. Doesn't feel crazy, right? You've got $1 million. But here's what most people don't calculate. $15,000 a month is $180,000 a year. After taxes on that million, let's say you're left with $700,000 after capital gains, you're burning through your entire fortune in 3.8 years. And that's assuming you don't touch the principal for investments. But it gets worse, because you're not just spending $15,000, you're also investing in the next big thing. Another $200,000 in a random altcoins, $50,000 into a friend's startup, $75,000 into an NFT collection that can't miss. Now you might be thinking, but wait, I'd be smarter than that. I'd invest wisely, diversify, get a financial advisor. And that's exactly what Jake thought too. See, here's what nobody warned you about. The lifestyle inflation isn't just financial, it's social. Your friends change. Suddenly, you're hanging with other crypto millionaires who are renting Lamborghinis for the weekend, flying to Ibiza for business meetings, dropping $3,000 on bottle service like it's nothing. And there's this unspoken pressure, this social arms race, where not keeping up means you're falling behind. The crazy part? A Stanford study on sudden wealth found that 76% of lottery winners and windfall recipients spend time with higher income social groups within 18 months. And guess what happens to their spending? It matches their new peer group, not their actual sustainable income. You're literally surrounding yourself with people who are teaching you how to go broke and calling it networking. Now here's what most people don't realize until it's too late. That $1 million is not rich person money. It's buy yourself 10, 15 years of middle-class freedom money. At a 4% safe withdrawal rate, the standard financial planning metric, $1 million generates $40,000 a year before taxes. That's not yacht money. That's you can quit your job and live modestly while you build something meaningful money. But the crypto lifestyle trap convinces you that you're permanently wealthy, that the money will always be there, that you somehow hacked the system, until you check your account one morning and realize you've got $43,000 left and $6,200 in monthly expenses you can't cut without admitting to everyone that you failed. So what's the actual play here? Look, if you hit a windfall, crypto or otherwise, here's what the people who actually stay wealthy do. 1, they separate their wealth into 3 buckets immediately. Never touch principal, lifestyle upgrade fund, and strategic investment fund. The never touch bucket, that's minimum 60% of your windfall going straight into boring index funds that you pretend don't exist. 2, they calculate their sustainable lifestyle increase using the 1% rule. Got $1 million? You can afford to increase your annual spending by $10,000. That's it. That's $833 a month, not $7,000, not $10,000, $833. 3, and this is the one that saves lives. They build an identity beyond the money. They start a business, learn a skill, create something, because the real trap isn't losing the money, it's losing yourself when the money disappears. Look, making money from crypto doesn't make you a financial genius. It makes you lucky, and luck is the worst possible teacher because it convinces you that you can't lose. The question question isn't whether you can make $1 million, it's whether you can still recognize yourself when it's gone. And trust me, that's the only wealth that actually matters. If this hit different, you know what to do. And if you're sitting on a windfall right now, take a screenshot of your account balance. I'll see you in 5 years. Let's make sure that number went up, not down.